You can't claim you're sovereign and then claim rights under the Constitution. That's not how it works. No, that is not how it works.
All right, guys, welcome back. Today, we've got a Moorish American sovereign citizen who flat out refuses to answer to the name on the docket. He thinks if he dodges the legal name, the whole case magically collapses. Instead, he walks himself straight into a disaster and ends up keeping his warrants alive. 2 hearings, same energy. Let's get into it.
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. What's your name, sir?
If I can help you.
I'm Williams L.
Yes, Your Honor, but the defendant is identified in the docket as Michael Williams. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, that's the name they're calling me, but I am Williams L.
I understand.
Michael Williams. Okay.
No,
Mr.
I'm not
Williams,
Michael Williams. Your Honor,
Okay.
I am Williams
Okay.
L.
This is one of their favorite courtroom tricks. That's not me. That's a corporate fiction. The idea is simple. If they don't accept the name, the court can't tie the charges to them. Sounds clever on YouTube comments, but in a real courtroom, it's basically self-sabotage with extra steps.
Okay. So here's the thing, Williams L. I have to call you what's on the documents that I have present for me in court today. We can either handle it that way, or you don't have to handle it, and then it just will be like you didn't show up to court today.
No,
So it's
Your
either
Honor,
way,
I'm just
but I
letting
have
you
to
know
call
who I. Your Honor, I'm just letting you know who I am.
Okay.
I am Williams
That's fine.
L. I am not Michael Williams. They kept calling me Michael Williams. I told them who I was. I am a sovereign, Moorish American. I'm not a United States citizen, Negro, Black, or colored, Your Honor.
Okay. So let me tell you, Mr. Williams, this is the last time I'm gonna say it. This is all I have for you. If you don't want to handle it under that name today, then I have to act as if you aren't present. And so that's fine. But I
You
have
say
to
what?
call
Hold
you
on.
what's on that document, okay?
Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that, Your Honor?
If we can't handle those matters and those tickets that's on that case under that name, then that's fine. But it's going to be as if you didn't appear for court today because I have.
Ma'am, I'm here today, ma'am.
Right. So I'm just saying when
Williams
I
L is here today. I'm just
you-
letting you know
Hold
who
on,
I
Mr.
am,
Williams.
ma'am.
And that's the irony. Williams L. isn't the one on the paperwork. Michael Williams is. So the judge is basically saying, cool story, but the person you claim you are isn't the person charged. If you're trying to win a case, starting with word games is the worst possible opening move.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I am Williams L.
So that's fine. When I call it on the record, I'm going to have to call it on the record as the name on the ticket, just so you know, okay?
Okay, and I'm going to let you know that I'm Williams L. Okay, I'm cool
That's
with
fine.
that, and I'm letting you know who I am. I'm a
Okay.
Moorish American.
Okay. Did you want to
Sovereign.
offer? Okay. Did you want to offer for it or no? Are you going to try and have? I need to kind of know where you're going. Are you going to want a trial? Are you going to try and want to?
No, I do not agree. I do not agree to none of this. I'm sovereign.
Okay. So if you're not going to participate, we're just going to act like you're not here today, and I'm going to go ahead and.
I am here today, ma'am. You seeing me right here? That's on record.
Listen, just because you show up doesn't mean that you're here. You have to participate. Okay.
Ma'am, I'm a sovereign. I'm letting you know who I am.
Listen,
I'm participating. I do not agree.
Mr. Williams, that's fine. But if you don't participate, saying you're a sovereign doesn't help.
And look, calling yourself sovereign isn't some cheat code. It doesn't unlock special rules. It doesn't pause the court. And it definitely doesn't replace an actual defense. If anything, it just signals you're about to argue nonsense instead of facts.
I'm just letting you know who I am. That's
Okay.
violating a constitutional right, ma'am.
So do you want an offer or not? That's my question.
Do I want to what?
An offer to the tickets or not?
Do I want to? I can't understand. You said, do I want to offer
Do you want an
tickets?
offer? Do you want to try and resolve this today as far as?
Yes,
the offer?
I do want to resolve it. I asked for this case to be dismissed off lack of jurisdiction, Your Honor.
Oh, no, that's not going to happen. So you can, I'm
Well,
not going to.
I'm speaking for myself. I have no attorney, so I'm speaking for myself. I asked for this case to be dismissed. You're violating my constitutional right.
How do you
And I
have
asked for your
constitutional
oath of
rights if you're not a citizen?
I'm not a United States citizen.
Got him, because this is the part they never want to answer. You can't scream, I'm not a citizen, and then immediately demand citizen-style protections like the Constitution is your personal shield. You can't reject the system, then beg the same system to save you. That contradiction is where these arguments always fall apart.
You got to uphold to the sovereign, sir. You can't. I'm not United States citizen. I'm not Negro, black, or color. You're not under I'm not under your jurisdiction.
I understand, but my question to you is, if you want to rely on your constitutional rights, how do you have constitutional rights if you're denying your citizenship?
Yeah, because I'm an American. I'm a
I understand.
national.
I get
I'm
it,
a
but
Moorish American. I'm not United States citizen corporate. I'm a Moorish American. I'm an American national.
okay, but you're still present in this jurisdiction, right?
I just asked for this case to be dismissed off lack of jurisdiction. That's it.
And she already told you that.
All right, moment of truth. Let's see if he can say a name that keeps him in the process instead of pushing him out of it. Because right now, he's acting like being present is enough when participation is the whole
I can
point.
speak for myself. I'm not a minority.
Right.
What am I doing here?
He can represent himself. Don't worry about it. You put
I can
yourself on.
speak for myself.
All right.
I'm speaking
Now
for
calling the
myself.
matters
Y'all
of the
violating
people.
my rights. That's a
Now
sovereign.
calling the matters of the people versus Michael Williams. This is ticket number SP 1212334. Count 1, use loudspeaker without permission or unreasonable noise. Count 2, drove while license suspended. Count 3, no insurance misdemeanor. Sir, please state your name for the record.
I don't have a
Let's
name.
see if he gets.
I have a title. Yeah, title of the year for turning a simple hearing into a self-inflicted warrant machine. The court is offering roads to resolution, and he's choosing a dead end every time.
This is the date and time set for an arraignment on a bench warrant. Do you want to participate in these proceedings?
Yes, I'm here on special appearance. I'm just letting you know who I am.
All right, so how would you like to move forward with this matter, sir?
I asked for this case to be dismissed off lack of jurisdiction, Your Honor.
All right, that motion has been denied. How would you like to move forward on these matters?
I just told you what I would like it, so I don't know. I'm just here on
So it's been
special appearance.
denied, so you can either participate today.
I am participating. I'm here.
This is exactly why self-representation can be dangerous when you don't understand the basics. A lawyer would instantly recognize the choices being offered and pick the smartest one. But he's stuck in a loop. Repeat the script, refuse the options, then act shocked when the judge moves on without him.
I'm speaking for myself. I have no attorney, so I'm just letting you know. It's denied, so we can keep going on with proceedings. I am Williams L. I'm not a United States citizen. I'm not Negro, black, or color. I'm not Christian.
All right, Mr. Williams, it appears to the court as I'm making a record that he does not want to participate in these proceedings.
I told you I
like
wanted to
to dismiss
participate.
these
I'm just
matters.
letting you know who I am. I told you for the record.
All right, he would like to not participate in these proceedings. He has told me that he is the person known as Williams L. and not the person on these tickets, so he is not appearing on behalf of this person. This person has not made themselves available to the court today as an arraignment on the bench warrant, so these matters will stay in warrant status. Thank you so much. That concludes this hearing. Have a good day, Mr. L. Williams.
And just like that, he wins nothing. If you refuse to participate, the court isn't going to chase you with debate club rules. Your warrants stay active, your case stays open, and you walk out with the same problem you walked in with, only worse. And trust me, the next day in person, it goes exactly how you think.
Williams L.
Williams L. I'm gonna call the case as is,
Okay.
and then I'll refer to you as Williams L. if you would like, okay? Now calling the matters of the people versus Michael Williams, also known as Williams L. This is ticket number SP 1212334. Count 1, use loudspeaker without permission or unreasonable noise. Count 2, drove while license suspended. And count 3 is no insurance misdemeanor. Sir, can you state your name for the record, please?
Williams L.
Okay, and is there another name that you have?
That's not my name. That's just my title.
And who anointed you with this title? The King of Crayons?
Okay, what's your title that you have, sir?
Williams L.
And then, is that your name or your title?
My title.
Okay, you don't have a name at all?
No,
I'm
not Christian.
All right. It's my understanding that you don't want to have an attorney, sir, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, you know you have the right to have an attorney. These matters are misdemeanor matters, and you have the right to have an attorney on these matters, sir. And it's my understanding, no attorney, okay? So let me advise you of your rights. In these particular matters, the court can, since they are misdemeanors, do either, I think, 90 days on one of these and 90 up to 93 days in jail, or a maximum fine of $500. These are all misdemeanors, so that's the maximum penalty that can be given in any of these matters. You have a right to have a trial, a bench, or a jury trial in any of these matters. A bench trial is a trial before myself as the trier and finder of facts. A jury trial is a trial with 6 members of the city of Detroit who will come in here and hear the same information and make a decision based on that. These are your rights that you have right now. You also have a right to have a pretrial. What that does is that gives you time to think about any offer that may be given to you. At this point in time, there has been an offer extended to you that if you are willing to plead to the no insurance misdemeanor, it will be reduced to an improper place. I set the fine that goes with that. You have a right to, you can also move for a motion. If you know how to file those, you can file a motion as well. So what's your pleasure at this time, sir?
I know I'm under common law.
Who anointed you with this title? That question is lethal because it exposes the whole fantasy. Courts don't recognize self-given labels, magic words, or internet-made ranks. If your argument depends on a pretend status, it's already cooked.
Or codes or regulations.
So when you drive on any city street in the city of Detroit, any road in the state of Michigan, you now avail yourselves, whether you wanted to or not, to the laws and states and regulations that are governing us. So you may not have wanted to, but you did. So these are your options at this point in time. If you choose not to, if you were traveling, if you were driving, it's all the same.
I wasn't driving. I was never.
So if you were just in the vehicle as a passenger?
I was parked. And it was harassing.
You sure you don't want an attorney?
I'm under common law. I can speak for myself. I'm not a minority. I'm a sovereign.
So what option would you like today? Of those that I gave you, sir? You can have.
Ma'am, I'm a sovereign. I do not consent. I can't.
So here's what's gonna happen. So I want to make sure you have all the options. You can't consent to anything. So that means that you don't want to participate in the process. So it's just gonna go back into warrant status because you have to pick one of the options. Yes.
Ma'am, I'm a sovereign.
And you were in the city of Detroit on a street in a vehicle. And I understand what you just said. That's why I said, right. Did you want counsel?
I'm not a United States citizen.
Okay. All right.
Nobody have improved jurisdiction. I'm a Moor.
When he says statues, he means statutes. And that one slip honestly sums it up. He's trying to overthrow an entire legal system with lines he half understands. And the judge is sitting there like, you don't get to opt out of rules just because you don't like them.
Nobody have improved jurisdiction. I'm under common law. Statutes don't apply to me. I'm under common law. Supreme Court case, Supreme Court case, Self versus Ray. Statutes don't apply to me. I'm on common law. And if there was a crime committed, can you please show me the injured party? Or I ask for this case to be dismissed off lack of jurisdiction.
I deny the motion for the case to be dismissed. So you have these options, or else it's just going to remain.
And I'm under duress because you forced me saying you're going to put a warrant out for my arrest.
It's already out there.
But that's violating my 13th Amendment. You can't enslave me unless a crime has been committed.
So you can't
violate my constitutional
let me finish talking. You can't claim you're sovereign and then claim rights under the Constitution. That's not how it works. No, that is not how it works.
Ma'am, I'm not a United States citizen. I have a nationality.
Okay, so that means that
you have to go by
either the laws all apply or none of them apply.
The laws do apply. What do you have a liability? Do you have a bond? Did you swear oath to the Constitution? I would like to see that.
Yes, I was going to say I did do that, but I don't have to show you any of that because I wasn't the arresting party. I'm just here to
say, do you have a liability? Do you have a bond?
I'm not going to argue with you, Mr.
I'm not arguing. I'm under law.
Mr. Williams L. Those are your options. If you don't want any of those options, it's going to remain in warrant status.
You're forcing me. You can't do that.
Okay.
You can't do that, man. You can't go against Constitution.
Okay, Mr.
You took an oath. You swore an oath to follow the Constitution.
I did.
That's why I need your liability bond. Do you have a liability bond?
No.
You don't have a liability bond?
No.
Wow, man, somebody's going to get in trouble. I'm not trying to get nobody in trouble.
This is the part people miss. None of this had to happen. If he answers the name for the record and chooses an option, trial, plea, attorney, pre-trial, he at least gives himself a path forward. But he keeps rejecting every door, then complains he's under duress. Bro, The duress is coming from your own choices.
Okay,
Okay.
Mr. Williams L., I was about to say, if you don't want any of those options, then your only other option is that I have to leave it in warrant status.
I do
You
not
have to choose
consent.
one of those options.
I'm here. What warrant? That I didn't show up?
That you didn't want to choose one of these things.
I don't have to. You can't force me to do that, Your Honor.
You're right.
You can't
All right.
force me. You can't put a warrant out. I would like to talk to somebody, a chief judge. You're violating my
You can
constitutional
go up to
rights.
the fifth floor and make a complaint.
That's because you're violating my constitutional rights.
All right.
And I'm
Thank
gonna ask the sheriff for your liability bond.
you. Okay.
Hey, I don't want to do that. I just
Okay, you
asked
can
the
ask
case to
him,
be
go ahead
dismissed.
and ask the sheriff for my liability bond. It's fine.
You took an oath to swear to the Constitution. You took an oath. I'm under common law. I'm not under statutes or regulations.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Did you get all that, Miss Sandy? Okay, fantastic. All right, that concludes this hearing. Thank you
I'm
so
not
much.
Negro, black, or color for the record.
Okay, he said he's not black or color for the record either, okay?
No, I'm Moorish American.
And
I'm
after
a Moor.
all that, the record will reflect exactly what we all just watched. A guy so committed to being right in his own head that he forgets the goal is to not get jammed up. Reality doesn't bend for slogans. All right, guys, that's the end of today's video. And trust me, this isn't over because he's got another court date coming up and we will be covering it. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like. If you didn't, hit dislike. Either way, drop a comment and tell me, should the judge have entertained this longer, or did she handle it perfectly? Subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss the next update. I'm Team Skeptic, and I'm out.